Hey there and welcome back. Today we're checking out the Tapo C675D Kit, a dual 4K security camera system that's completely battery powered and recharges using a solar panel, so you can set this up anywhere within a couple of minutes. It features dual 4K recording, smart AI detection, intelligent auto tracking, and without any monthly subscription. A big thanks to Tapo for sending the security camera over for me to check out and for sponsoring today's video. As always, all the opinions I'll be sharing are my own based on my own experience using it. With that said, let's go ahead and see if this is actually worth adding to your home security setup. Taking a closer look at the Tapo C675D, this has a pretty neat design and is currently only available in white. On each side of the security camera, you'll find an antenna that can rotate to help you get a strong wireless connection. It also features built-in spotlights with 2 LEDs on the top camera and 4 stacked LEDs on the bottom camera that do a great job by illuminating what's in frame. You can set the spotlight's intensity in the settings, but there's currently no quick way of adjusting the brightness right from the camera view menu. Now on the backside of the security camera, this is where the microSD card slot is located, and this will take up to a 512GB microSD card for internal recording. I highly recommend getting a large microSD card since 4K footage eats up a lot of storage quickly. So the top camera remains fixed looking forward, but the housing does tilt downwards a bit. Not as much as I would have liked it to though. So this can limit you a bit on how high you can place it if you want this to capture more of what's closer below the camera. As for the bottom camera, this is motorized and can actively track movement. It offers 329 degrees of horizontal rotation and it can tilt downwards by as much as 97 degrees, which can give you a top-down view, and this kind of makes up for the limited downwards tilt of the top camera. This means that anyone trying to sneak directly underneath the camera will still be captured on video. You just won't be seeing this in the wide view. Since this security camera is completely wireless, the setup was incredibly simple. I had this installed and running in about 10 minutes. The package includes all of the mounting hardware that you will need. It also includes installation guide stickers that makes it easy to line up the drill holes perfectly. On the top of the camera is the detachable mounting bracket, and this bracket allows you to mount this to the underside of the eave or onto the side of a wall. One thing that I did notice is that there aren't any screws or locking mechanism to keep the camera attached to the bracket. So if someone knows how the mounting system works and if the camera is installed low enough for them to reach, they could potentially slide it off and take it with them. It's not something that commonly happens, but something worth noting. The solar panel features a short USB-C cable so you can easily mount it right above the security camera, and this is the setup that I'm using. It also includes a USB-C extension cable allowing you to position the panel in a better location to maximize sunlight exposure for charging. Moving on to the video quality, the top camera features an 8MP wide angle sensor with a 169.7 degree field of view, allowing it to capture a larger area in a single shot. The lower camera also uses an 8MP sensor, but it pairs it with a telephoto lens that has a much narrower 66.5 degrees field of view. This gives you a tighter and more zoomed in view, making it easier to capture finer details of people or objects at a distance. Both cameras produce sharp and detailed images with pretty good exposure, but at times during really sunny days, the highlights do tend to get a little blown out. Now you can fix this by enabling the auto exposure, and that does help contain the highlights a little bit. The frame rate on both of these is 15 frames per second, which is what you will see on a lot of 4K security cameras. It's not the smoothest, but it gets the job done. Moving on to the smart auto tracking, you can set this to track humans, pets, or vehicles, and this will automatically track anyone who enters the frame from the set distance that you set. This keeps them in view as they move around the detection area. One thing I did notice though is that it tends to track people a little high in the frame, so you end up seeing more of what's above them than necessary. I hope the Tapo is able to do a software update soon so that this can be improved. The tracking is able to keep up with my normal walking pace, and from my point of view, the camera looks like it moves smoothly and there isn't any harsh movements. There are times in the video when it skips a bit, but for the most part it follows people very smoothly. The tracking also does a great job at tracking me when I jog by. Now I gotta give props to Tapo, because this was able to keep up with me for the most part when I went full sprint. But since this is a telephoto lens, it loses track of me after I get too close to the camera. With that being said, the telephoto lens does a better job at tracking people that are further than about 12 feet from it. So once they are closer than that, you will need to look at the wide static video so you can get the full picture. And when you look at both of the video clips, you can get a good look at what was taking place. The built-in motion detection sensor can detect people from up to 60 feet away, giving you plenty of advance notice when someone approaches your property, and I found it to be very good at picking up the motion. You can also enable rich notifications, and this will send you an image of the person or object that triggered the camera. Now going over to the Tapo app, you can enter the live view by tapping on the security camera and it will show you both camera views stacked on top of each other. From here you can quickly cycle through all the security cameras that you have from Tapo. Right below the live view you get a couple of controls. There's one to take a screenshot and one to start and stop recording manually. And both of these save the file to your phone's gallery. The speaker icon on here is actually to adjust the microphone volume, which I feel like should have been a microphone icon instead of a speaker one. Pressing on the phone icon will open up the two-way talk, and from here you can turn off the microphone and speaker. And you can also adjust the microphone and speaker volume. Once you tap on the blue bar, it will start the call. So the audio quality on this is pretty good. You're able to have a stable conversation with the person on the other side. There's about 1/4 of a second delay, which is actually good performance for a security camera. One thing to point out though is that the speakers on the camera are a bit low, so you will have to crank up the volume to max so that the person talking to you can hear you clearly through the speaker. And here's a quick sample of what it sounds like.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, can you hear me? Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I have a package for peanut butter.
Okay, you can leave it on the lawn.
I'm gonna need a signature from you, so you're gonna have to come out.
Okay, I'll be right out then.
Okay, see you in a bit.
Bye.
The microphone icon below lets you say something quickly by holding down on the microphone to talk. You can also manually pan and tilt the camera from here. And you can set multiple presets of where the camera can quickly go to, but there's currently no way to set a home destination for it to return, so it will always go back to facing the last place it was looking at. Now you can also quickly set it to patrol the area with a single click. You can also manually turn on the flashlight from here, and this will stay on in 5-minute intervals to conserve battery. Now below this is where you can access the video playback and also download the events from. Now I wish that this was accessible much quicker. I would have liked to see this in the home menu in the lower bar, just like many other security cameras do it. So from here you can view a timeline with all the events captured. And there's areas in the timeline that are highlighted to let you know the type of event it detected. You can also tap on the filter icon to filter through which camera view you want and filter through the different types of motion detections to make it easy to find what you need. Now taking a quick look at the settings, you can set the maximum recording time up to 120 seconds, but keep in mind that this will consume much more battery. You can also adjust the retriggering time and buffer time. One thing to point out is that the longer recordings will be divided into multiple clips, so it won't be one continuous clip. In the settings, you can also set the video recording quality, which I set mine to 4K, but you can also set it to auto. Another thing to point out is that you're not able to download the capture events to your phone if you're not connected to the same Wi-Fi as a security camera. So if you're out and about and you want to download a video to your carrier's data, it won't let you. I really hope that this can be changed with the software update because it's quite the inconvenience if you need to download a video when you're not home. So the battery life on this has been excellent. This has a 10,000 mAh battery, and Tapo claims that the solar panel will keep the camera operational with just 90 minutes of direct sunlight, which is pretty good. So you won't be needing to manually recharge this as often. Now this will heavily depend on your area's weather condition. For me, this has not dropped past 80% with the max recording time and average of about 200 detections a day. In the app, you're able to see a detailed graph of the battery consumption and detections, and this is currently in beta. So far, the battery on this has not dropped past 90% and it keeps staying topped off, and it has been capturing 1-minute events with an average of 2 hours of recording a day. Now, there's this cool feature on here that will kind of give you a 24/7 coverage. Now, this doesn't record 24/7. What it does is that it takes snapshots or records low resolution video to fill in gaps throughout the day. Now, keep in mind that this will consume battery more heavily, so make sure you have the solar panel positioned in a good spot for it to recharge throughout the day. Overall, the Tapo C675D Kit delivers a lot of value, especially if you're looking for a 4K resolution and dual lens setup without being locked into a monthly cloud subscription. But like any piece of tech, this isn't completely perfect. If you can look past a few software quirks that could easily be fixed in future firmware updates, the hardware performance here is stellar. I will leave the link below in the description if you're interested in picking one of these up, along with any active discount codes that I can find. Alright, so that is it for today's video. Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for more tech related content, and I will talk to you on the next one.